Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has warned that the 2023 general elections faces serious threats of cancellation if the waves of insecurity in parts of the country fails to improve. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, represented by the chairman of the board of Electoral Institute, Professor Abdullahi Zuru, gave the warning on Monday in Abuja at the validation of the election security training resources. The chairman said the commission is not leaving anything to chances in ensuring that intensive and extensive security is provided for election personnel, materials, and processes. Gentlemen, we normally have this every 4 years. Some weeks to the election, somebody will go to Chatham House or a national security advisor, if you remember, pre-2015, to go and set an agenda, and it will just, okay, this is not the INEC chairman now. Somebody representing the INEC chairman. So something is brewing. So as we are counting down to 48 days to the election, we know that, we know the pattern.
It's rather unfortunate that we are getting to this cycle. You know that in 2015, the election was postponed because of insecurity. I knew that it was like we postponed 2019 too, for some days. I can't remember now.
No, on the day of election. On the day of election. Yes. Because of materials and everything.
That is what I'm saying, that it was also postponed. So coming from the chairman of INEC, and I won't begrudge him, but I will say that we are far better in terms of security as we are today compared to what we had in 2015. There have been pockets of resistance, burning of INEC offices. There have been some level of insecurity here and there. But that in itself is not enough for us to be able to postpone this election. No, it is. I totally disagree with him. And good enough, today, there's a press statement from the federal government today. I'm sure you've not seen it, that the election will hold. Yes, sacrosanct. I know that. I've seen that. I've seen that in my mailbox, which we're going to publish on CKN later today. But the federal government has already, there's a statement from the government that election would hold. But that notwithstanding, we should also take the issue of security very, very important. Very, very key.
If you look at the body language of Mr. President, it's as if he's in a hurry to leave the villa. So saying the election or to add one more day will not, you can't even think of it.
You know, we should realize that the election is not only in the hands of INEC. INEC needs the support of the security agencies. And while they are while they are saying that, they are actually citing security issues, not logistics now, as an impediment to the free conduct of the elections. Like in the last 1 year, more than 50 INEC offices, or rather 50 incidents of the attacks on INEC offices, with the highest, 11 in my brother's state. Maybe you should help us beg your people to stop attacking.
We've been begging them. None was born in my local government.
Surprisingly, in some localized situations, Oshun, 7 INEC offices were attacked in Oshun, while the latest one being in Ede, while also in Ogun State. One was
this seems to be a pattern.
Attacked. So I said, we have INEC offices. We have INEC offices in the 774 local governments. What does it take us to deploy security there? We know people are after this. Then beef up security in these areas. If we really are sure that we want to hold these elections, like a friend of mine will say, you know, he speaks impeccable English, Bamidele Johnson. But no, when he really wants to get your attention, he will say, MJ, what is doing us in this country? Instead of what is our problem? What is doing us? We have 4 years to prepare for these elections. Yet, at the eve of the election, because as far as I'm concerned, we are at the eve of the election, start having doubts whether the election will hold, whether it will be postponed, and some people will be throwing a bomb made of bread into INEC offices. But I'm happy that I think some of the characters were arrested in Imo the last 2 weeks when they bombed the INEC office in one of the local governments there. I think they should be interrogated to find out who their sponsors are so that we can take check to this. so that we can have a free conduct of free and fair elections come next month.
What do you see, read 45 days? What do you read between the lines? Do you see this as the handiwork of 50 columnists or political parties or political actors that want to halt the election, that, you know, they don't want the conduct of that election?
Why? The introduction of beavers is the game changer. We are no longer carrying ballot boxes around. You don't see people going and stuffing ballot boxes and using and shooting. Now everything has been digitalized. Because of that, some politicians have come to realize that they will not be able to make it.
There's no shortcut.
There's no shortcut
So
again.
rather the election
So
does not
rather
hold.
election not hold at all, especially within their areas. That is why you see them going around and burning certain. There might also be some political motives, like in my own state of humor. I don't think that is just basically because of politicians not wanting to vote. There's also some political undertone to it. Don't forget that some people over the months, some people in the Southeast have been saying that we don't want election. We don't. Some people are just out to cause trouble. But the fact remains is that I believe that the DSS, the police, they should be on top of it and give all the. You know why? Why? Why we've had successful election in starting states, Ekiti, Osun, and some of these things. It's because we deploy enough, so massively, 32,000. You cannot mobilize 32,000 policemen to a state, to about how many? About 30 states.
Yeah.
No.
How many? In fact, by the time you mobilize that, there will be nobody guiding Aso Rock. So it will not be as easy as that. But I also believe that INEC should also have some level of interface, especially with the communities. Where most of these things are going to, the election is going to take place, so that we can have a very, very peaceful. But for the election to postpone, no way. We're having that election.
Thank you for your contribution, Chris Kende Wandu.
Thank you very much.
Mojit Jamiu.
Thank you.